Okay. Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The Adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
Our one day this week. I'm like, if I sit up, I almost am off the camera. So I'll slouch. Hi. Hi, I'm Rebecca. I am the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard. Cold, chilly Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there. It's supposed to warm into the 50s.
I was about to say that. Not the 50s part, but it's going to be warmer.
Yeah.
It was chilly this morning, though. So, it's really bright out, and I'm kind of migraine-y today. I know y'all are probably tired of me saying, I don't feel good, but I don't feel good. We did a really quick hello on Tuesday to let you know that Thursday is going to be our day to film and do stuff. And it's Thursday, so we're doing it. I didn't sleep well last night, and I was migraine-y yesterday, and because I didn't sleep well, it didn't go away. So at some point I should have gotten up and gotten medicine, but my brain wasn't functioning. It was just trying to get me back to sleep, which didn't happen for a while. Anyway, it's a thing. It's a thing. So, yeah, kind of half clearing off stuff here. I'm going to talk about this in a second. So hi Liz, how are you doing?
I'm here.
I'm trying to, yeah. I mean, we know COVID brain is a real thing now because we have experienced it and are still experiencing it and are slowly recovering.
We've known COVID brain was a thing.
We've seen it in others.
Yes.
I didn't think we'd experience it in ourselves, and it's here. And we're hoping it goes away in a little bit.
You say that like a little bit being like 5 minutes.
Like a month or two. Some things I can hang on to right now, and some things I absolutely cannot. And it's really frustrating. Because I'm used to hanging on to... Really, not... I'll quantify this. I'm used to being able to hang on to a lot. And within that, still have really weird moments anyway. Like before this hit, I had problems with words, especially with migraine. So this on top of everything is like, yeah. But, yeah, it's bad. Some stuff I can hang on to and some I can't. And it's always interesting to see, oh, that's what I'm going to lose today. Okay. Like.
my losing has been math. Anything to do with math. My brain is like, yeah, you didn't need that. And I'm like, actually, I work in a yarn store and I need that. And it's like, no, you don't need that.
I came over to the table a couple days ago and looked down and was like, why are there 2 balls of 220 superwash on the table? This is weird. I don't remember helping someone with a pattern with these colors of brown, like light brown and dark brown 220 superwash. Like, why are they here? I could not for the life of me remember why they were on the table. And when my memory finally got jogged, it was because literally 5 minutes before that, I'd been rearranging the 220 superwash, and I'd gotten distracted and had to either do something for you or something had taken my attention, and I had walked away with these 2 balls, and I'd put them on this table to go do the other thing, and by the time I came back to the table, I'm like, why are these here? That is what my brain is like right now. And for someone who's used to juggling like 6 things at once and filming multiple days a week and filming for my other channel, which I haven't done in a long time, and having all this after work, before work and after work stuff going on, this is so frustrating. So frustrating. And then on top of that, the psychological, people must think I don't care, because there was someone messaged me on the messenger for my Facebook page. So not even, not even Facebook Messenger, really. It's in the business suite on my phone. And they're coming into town later this month, and they were hoping to schedule an appointment, and I saw it, and I thought I'd replied to it, or I thought it was in my email or somewhere else, and I found it last night in the middle of the night and went, yeah, this was from, like, Sunday. And I haven't replied to it yet. So I replied, she's already gotten back to me, But I was just like, I apologize. There are things happening right now where I think I've replied and I haven't. Like, I think I've texted someone and I've written the text and I haven't pushed send.
You and I have both done that. Like, we've
Yes.
written a reply to the other and never pushed send.
And get here and go, oh, I didn't send that to you. Yeah.
And
So,
did we lock the back door?
but you did.
I know.
You just couldn't remember that.
I just couldn't remember that.
Well, that's normal. We've done that pre-COVID.
Yeah, but now we text each other going, hey, I locked the back door, just so they're verified.
So we're only filming one day a week now, and what we used to do is Tuesday was a check-in of how our projects are going, and Wednesday was our VSC where we put stuff on sale for a week, which required a lot of other work from me depending on the yarn. And Thursday was our Dear Becky and Lizzie where we would answer questions. And we're just going to see how this goes because I think we might only be able to film. Like, I'm feeling more human than last week, but it's still weird, and I'm still off, and I'm still really tired.
We're
So
gonna give it a couple of weeks.
yeah, because it's like I don't feel so sick anymore. But then the day when I'm like I'm better now, then no. By like an hour into work, I'm like. So anyway, so we're gonna start today by just kind of checking in about projects and things we've been doing. And honestly, since we got back to work, I haven't done much. Like.
Yeah.
There's not much energy to do anything but keep the shop like operational. But we'll share what we're working. I'm getting distracted. I put new nails on last night, and depending on the angle, they change colors. So I'm like, ooh, oh, look at that. That's different than ooh.
Squirrel.
It's like for me, the after effect of having COVID is like it took my distraction and put it on steroids. So, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so we usually start with Liz, so I don't talk the whole time. So, Liz, what do you want to share?
The one project I've been working on.
But you've made multiples, but you have only this one here right now, right?
Well,
which is fine. I left a bunch of stuff at home.
So
What is your obsession du jour?
I've been obsessed with the mamacha and doing my shawls. And I have a blue one with cream stripes and a red one with black stripes, and those are smaller. And then when I had COVID, I was working on my purple one that
I think you showed the purple one last week.
Yeah. Anyway, it's huge. Well, it's bigger than the blue and the red one. And and I keep looking at the pretty wall going, ooh, I don't have a shawl in those colors. So,
as you show this off, what is mamacha?
Mamacha is a super bulky yarn. It's 70% alpaca and 30% merino. And these feel like weighted blankets on my shoulders.
It's
and
like 54 yards in 100 grams.
Yep.
And what size needle are you knitting on?
I'm knitting on a size 17. In fact, I had Rebecca order me a 17 60-inch cord
fixed needle.
Fixed
circular. Yeah.
Before COVID, I was like, hey, could you order this for me?
And I did. And it came in when we were both down with COVID in a box in the back. And Liz came back to work, and that box was sitting there. And it wasn't until I came back after break to, like, fully put that box in the system that we both were like, oh, I was like, hey, I ordered this for you. It's just been sitting there for like a month.
And I was like, oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
So, anyway, this is getting huge. Like, the purple one and this one are like 10 and a half skeins of mamacha. So they're big.
Which is lovely.
And they're warm. And this is how it is coming.
And it's like $20 a skein, right?
Yeah.
So
$20.95. So 21.
Oh, I'm glad you, Ms. I don't do math. You remember numbers.
That's big.
We're just gonna be rude to each other.
So
don't mind us.
I was gonna do just
that one's really pretty.
A short one, with the 8 skeins, because the blue and the red one are just 8 skeins, and it takes like all of the 8 skeins. And I bought black and all the rest of the gray, and actually I bought all the black too. Anyway, I been bogarting.
We might have new colors in stock, but I don't think they're in the online shop yet.
Yeah.
So contact us if you want to know what we have available.
And so I started with the black and the gray, and I was like, it's not going to be big enough. So I bought white to go in it. And so anyway, that's what I'm... That's what I'm working on.
How big is a 17 needle? Do you remember what millimeters
17
it is?
is like 12.75 millimeters.
This is big. It's a chunky needle, which is really fun.
Yeah.
And they make noise. Yeah. When they're that big and round. And what I found is the bigger the girth of the needle, like the diameter of the needle, the shorter the cord feels.
Yeah.
So getting a 60-inch, it doesn't feel like you've got a huge, long 60-inch cord because the needles are so chunky.
When I did my purple one on the 40-inch that I have, I could only spread out like this much of it because the rest was just all jammed on there.
It's a triangle shawl.
Yep.
Is it based on the Good A's?
It's the 1864
1864
shawl pattern, and I'm
so
striping.
starts like this. And V's, and it gets bigger, and so the end of it has a lot of stitches.
Yeah,
depending on how big you go. Yeah. The fun thing about that shawl is, and someone asked, Shelby Rose asked about the striping pattern, and you're kind of just making stuff up as you go, right?
It's a lot of fingers crossed, and
as it gets bigger,
bigger, because like, I'm probably using 30 grams per row now. So a rib takes 30 grams per rib. So it eats up yarn towards the bottom like nobody's business.
What I was gonna say about the shawl though is like you can go to whatever size you want and stop when it's the size you want.
That's kind of why it's one of
how you want.
My favorite triangle shawls is because it's all garter, so it's completely mindless. And there are no needle suggestions or yarn suggestions in the pattern. It's get your favorite yarn, use a needle that works for it, and just go. And at row 11, you put a stitch marker in the top point of the shawl, and you don't have to count anymore.
You mean where the center spine is?
The center spine, yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, so you don't have to count anymore. Put this in here. And that's in both the modern translation and the 1864 pattern itself. Mm-hmm. I really like that. And I like that, like if I wanted to do a very fine knit shawl, I could just go and it's super easy. And then if you want to do stripes, the pattern has like the big stripes with the little stripes that, were very traditional back then.
And they're in all the movies now, like Outlander and Little Women, to have the stripes at the end. Yeah. You just stripe wherever you want.
You can throw stripes in wherever you want. It's a great base pattern for anything. Like I really like that it works no matter what size needle and yarn you have. So
if I can, I'll put that in, but my brain may not be functional, but to put captions on this, because the captions on videos and putting stuff up online and all those things that seem to magically just happen on the receiving end of this, it's all me usually, especially if it's technology. Like we have our minion number 2 employee who's part-time, Hannah, who's helping us be functional at the shop. She's only coming in Friday and Saturday this week. But I'm training her on some computer stuff, but it's not like I can just be like, here, media team, or here, online coordinator, do this for me. It's all me. So that's why it's slowed down considerably in the past month. So yes, if I don't put it in the description, ask, and we'll try to comment. Like if there's a question and you can put a link, yay. I used to be on top of everything and like links in the newsletter and this, and I'm just like, oh. So,
it's a lot of brain power to remember
is, and my brain's not working today. It's misfiring a lot, but before that, anyway. I'm a broken record. You get me. So, I have a bunch of hats in here. I don't know what, well, I think it's because I have short hair now. Although, okay, here's my conundrum, and I know it's a vain thing. I have short hair, so my head is cold. I'm about to sneeze, maybe.
Bless you.
That made it go away, almost. We'll see. I might still sneeze. I have short hair, so my head is cold in the winter and the blowy. But I'm trying to do this curly thing with it, and putting a hat on it will smush it. That's the vain part. So I'm like, wear a hat and smush my hair, or don't smush my hair and have it be cold. Not the most important struggle in the world.
Told her
but it's a struggle.
Wear a hat and take the sweater off.
She wants me to strip down and leave the hat on, and
Not
to cover up the
strip down
head.
completely.
Well, no, I know. That would be just wrong. Okay. So I still have my mom's thing from Christmas. I'm totally stalled out on. But I started 3 hats and I finished one. I said for this morning's morning meditation, I'm like, just because I'm not making progress on much, because when I get home I have no brain power, doesn't mean I'm not going to start more stuff. This is the one I finished. It was, so I started with all my Christmas presents were fingering weight, and this is a leftover fingering weight color I didn't make a hat out of or gloves out of for my family, and I decided I like this color. I'm going to make one for me. Fingering weight knitting when you have to run the shop too and you have COVID brain means all I have, I'm making a sock head hat. This is the West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply sparkle. And I've made it through most of the ribbing. It wants like 4 inches on a traditional sock head hat. I think I'm going to do 3. But usually I would be like done by now, and this is all I have done. That's life. I do like this color though. I like all the bold colors. It's like the colors of a painted nutcracker, like traditional nutcracker. And it'll stripe different for the hat than it will for gloves. I want to say Carol might be making socks out of this, and it's got thicker stripes because it's a smaller circumference. So then we have all these new yarns in the shop, and this is the struggle with not doing the sales every week like we were doing, because it's a lot of work for me. Is I want to show you all the pretty yarns, but then we have to get them up online, and that's the part. It's not so much the sale part. That's some functional, like, extra work for me. But it's also the just getting it into the online shop, not even putting it on sale, is work that my brain can't handle right now. But this is so yummy. I want to get this in the solids too now, but we don't have the money for it yet. This is a mono, which is Mamacha is a mono. They do beautiful things with alpaca and merino especially. And weren't you saying this is the same blend?
It's the exact same blend. It's like that's the baby sibling of this.
That is like super fluffy, just a couple plies, loosely twisted. It's wonderful. This is worsted weight. It's 70% alpaca and 30% merino. And I only brought in the multicolor. Like, I'll grab a skein of this in a second to show you what it looks like in the twist. It's so pretty. And I only brought in the multicolor because I'm like, oh, or Liz will get it because she's up. Because I was like, we have an alpaca and wool in the Barocco Ultra Alpaca in solids and heathers, so let's just bring in the multicolor. But this, it's so much squishier. Like, the Ultra Alpaca is soft. It's wonderful. It's a little fuzzy. This is not so fuzzy, but this is squishy and delightful. It is. And
oh my gosh.
And because I knit this on a 7, I use the, it's the M hat, capital M hat by M Knits, EM Knits. And it's just nice and basic because I wanted to see what would happen with the colors. And isn't this fun, what happened with the colors? Like, where's that? Grab it. grab it! It's Warmy Journeys is the name of the yarn. And again, it's not online yet because my brain's broke. But contact us if any of these colors you're like, ooh, I want to try that. The journeys of Amano yarns are variegated multicolored. And so Warmy Journeys, Warmy is this ultra squishy. And I did this on a 7, and it goes so much faster than the sock head, which is on teeny tiny yarn, teeny tiny needles. But this, which is so pretty in the skein, knit up like this. And the funky kind of random pooling that happened may or may not happen for you if your gauge is different.
It's a straight up more variegated speckle than some of them have more speckles than others.
Yes,
so.
because, and I picked this because it's happy and pink and blue. And the colorway is called Peony. I think they're all named after like flowers and things like that. Like just to show you off really briefly, this is Florentina, and it's like grays and browns and a little bit of blue speckle.
And there, it's a warm gray and brown. Like there's some taupe in there. I tried to pair it with my shawl, and it's too brown.
And that has not as much many saturated colors as this. We've got Bluebell, has like fuchsia and blue and purple with some white in it. What you got there?
Botanical is like a tealy aqua blue
with
purples and like burgundies and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, all these colors are beautiful. I want to say, is this the one that Carol eyes a lot? She might have even got. This is Centella, and it is yellow and orange and blues and some greens where all those colors overlap, and a little bit of browns and stuff.
This is Salvia. It's purples and creams and a little bit of like a muted fuchsia pink.
Yeah, and there's almost like it's a dark purple or almost a navy.
Yeah.
This one's really Carol's colors too. This is Gerbera. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's like orangey reds, salmonies almost with blue and green, and some where it muddles is a little brown.
Yeah. This one's my favorite. It's hibiscus, and I really want to play with it.
Pinks and reds.
It's pinks and reds with little blue and purple spots. But it's like a muted rosy, like I want
like
to
a
do
dusty
something
rose,
with it.
Yeah, antique rose.
But I have no idea what yet.
Well, that's why I made a hat, because I
know.
figure, and I will actually muck up my hair and put this on in a second. I know I shouldn't be so vain. Anyway, this is water lily, and it's calm. It's like think Monet's water lilies. Yeah. It's kind of a aqua colors and purples, and there's a little bit of like rellos and pinks in here. So, I made this a 1 inch. They're like, if you want it slouchier, do it 1 inch longer. Do it 8 inches. And I'm going to try to do it in a way that still shows off like my cute little bangs here. Boop. I can't see though when I smush my cute little bangs into my face.
Oh, it looks so cute.
Ta-da! Just a little bit of slouch. Sometimes with a slouchy hat, like how you make a hat slouchy is you make it taller. But then when you put it on, instead of having, you kind of have to make it slouch a little on your head sometimes to give it the full slouchy effect. But that's going to be so warm for my head when it's really winter out. The other thing, and we're not going to show off all the colors of this. This is not online again yet. From Cascade, we got in Heritage 6. We've had Heritage for like the longest time. It's over there. Heritage 6 is like the same fiber Heritage is a sock yarn. Solids. And some multicolors and stuff. But Heritage from Cascade is a nice solid sock yarn with like a $12-ish price point that we can sell for. Somewhere in the $12 range. Superwash merino and nylon. Good for socks. Good for fingering weight stuff. Heritage 6, it's got a couple more plies, which brings it up to same fiber content, same price point. Not as much yardage because it's a sport weight. So all the patterns calling for sport weight, or if you want to make slightly thicker socks, we now have this in stock in a small range of colors. Noisiness outside is distracting me. And it's nice and squishy, and it's a little thicker. And I picked these two colors to do some color work. A color work hat. It's called the Washington hat. It's going to have some crazy, kind of intense color work on it with mountains and trees. And I almost said reindeer. A deer. And I'm going to put in a Sasquatch because someone did that, and they gave me the chart, which is great. But it's got a brioche brim. I like brioche, so that's really fun and extra squishy. And I'm playing around with it. If you want to know what colors, we have some multicolors, which could be a cost-effective, looks like a hand dye, but mass-produced. And we have solids. So again, you'll have to contact us because I don't know when I can get these online. Even before COVID hit, I was having to start to scale back and pull pictures from other websites to put up instead of taking our own pictures. And like, we just got in a butt ton of Feederbrook and new colors, and they're so pretty. And we don't have time to show them to you today. I don't know when we're going to get them online. I know we have such a community of faraway knitters and crocheters, and we are your local yarn shop. And I feel that responsibility. And I want to show you all the lovely things we have. And we only have so much time. What time is it?
It's a quarter till.
Okay. I can't see the clock, so
I know.
Liz was checking the time. We have to open the shop in 15 minutes.
I could just grab an armful and we could show them and not.
I think next week.
Okay.
Unless you want to show some like before, because I
Just a
want to talk about.
tease.
Okay, while Liz is grabbing the teasers, because Feederbrook, which is our spin cycle adjacent yarn, has discontinued some colors and added in some new colors, and it's amazing. We are having our grand opening for local people. We are having our grand opening this Saturday, and then we are having our sit and stitch online on Sunday. Our virtual dual platform. I just wanted to say for locals coming, before we show those off, all day on Saturday for our grand reopening, because it's a grand opening, but it's an opening at our new location, we are going to have a ribbon cutting at 1, and we're going to do giveaways at 1. But all day, we were going to do this during December, and then we got COVID, but we're going to have these little ornaments all over the shop, and they have barcodes inside, and you can bring one of them up to the register, and I tried this morning, it works, I'm so excited, and we'll scan it at the register and tell you how much you've saved, and you can save 15 or 20 or 25% on your entire purchase, but you won't know until you bring one of these up at the register what your discount's going to be. I think it's going to be so much fun. But that's Saturday for people who can come by. And that by Saturday, I mean January 13th. Okay, so are those all the new colors?
These are all the new colors.
So she came out with some new colors, and they just came in like yesterday, and it was really, really exciting. So, you putting them all down?
Yeah, because we're just teasing.
We're teasing. Oh, these are all new colors. And do we want to mention names real fast before we...
If you want to, but we could just tease.
If you see something you like, contact us, and we'll tell you more about them. What a tease, Liz. Oh, my gosh.
I'm horrible.
She's absolutely horrible. So, I was going to say something. Oh, we already had our one sit and stitch, evening sit and stitch, virtual sit and stitch of the week. And Tuesdays from 7 to 8 is all we're doing for weekly sit and stitches right now. As you can tell, by tomorrow, I won't even be this coherent. So I'll need to go to bed right when I get home from work. But this Sunday, we are having our once a month dual platform, so Facebook Live and Zoom. I almost said Instagram, which does not make sense, because there is an Instagram Live. We don't use it. Facebook Live and Zoom. I've run out of devices to do things, right? And Zoom, you get in with the shop phone number.
828-877-3550.
But we're going to scale back this Sunday. Usually it's from 1 to 5. It's going to be from 2 to 4. We're cutting an hour off either end. 2 to 4 U.S. Eastern Time. Mark your calendars. I think we can handle that, and then I'll need to go take a nap. So
Yeah, we'll still have time for a nap.
we'll still have time for a nap. So this Sunday is the January one. It is January 14th. And this is all we have time for today, but we've got it a good half hour. I hope you all feel like, we have given you some, before we go, I just have to share like how crazy the weather's been. Because we didn't film, like we filmed that little itty bitty thing on Tuesday, right? Tuesday, we had crazy rain.
We had 6 inches of rain at my house. So it was 6+ inches.
And other places, I was hearing other places, Flat Rock got at least 8. Like, we had crazy rain. We've had mudslides. I have to take a different route from my house. Like, my house is in the middle of Conisty, which is this big, like, rabbit's warren of a gated community. Not structured at all. I'm 5 minutes from the main gate. There's a mudslide that has closed the road. So I have to go the long way to the other gate, which is 10 minutes from my house, in the direction further south from town. So it takes me a good, it adds a good 5-10 minutes to my trip to work now. It's been crazy. I had to go up over the mountain to get home because the other main road into town was closed on Tuesday evening.
I live where the river floods at Blantyre, whether people know that location. I have not seen it crest over 20 feet since, like, we had back-to-back hurricanes. And it crested over 20 feet.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been...
normal is, like, 7.
There are roads still shut down because of mudslides and things. And we're all safe. It's all good. But... yeah, it's more energy right now to do stuff.
It was like back-to-back hurricanes worth of rain that we got in one day.
And it's a storm that really was going across the entire United States and like north to south. So other people I know have been impacted by this. Yeah. But yes, we got a deluge, literally. And then some of it froze. And, we're all still recovering. And we might have flurries for our grand opening. Just flurries. I don't think we're going to have major snow, but, Anyway.
I could make a snow dress. I haven't even made a dress in over a month. I keep trying.
She keeps wanting to. She keeps going, well, I go home and I'm like, I'm going to organize my house some more, or I'm going to do this or that. And I go home and I sit. I haven't cooked. I'm still living off microwave meals because I don't have the energy to cook.
I felt decent on, like, Sunday, and so I did a lot of knitting, and by Sunday afternoon, I went and took a nap. And then I woke up Monday and I was like, well, I didn't do anything yesterday, so I feel decent. Let's go get groceries. And I had to come home and take a nap. And I can't even go to IKEA.
Thank y'all for your support while we attempt to navigate this. Yes. All right. We love y'all. We miss you.
Like, subscribe, ring the bell, all the fun stuff.
All the fun stuff. But we're telling you now, next week we have Tuesday Sit and Stitch from 7 to 8 p.m. and you get in with the shop phone number
828-877-3550
on Zoom, because we probably won't film until next Thursday again. So know that we're okay. Look for proof of life on Instagram and stuff, but we're gonna try just filming one day a week.
And just a heads up, if Rebecca doesn't film on Sunday or Monday for her morning minute of meditation, she's trying to rest.
I'm trying to take some more time off and rest. Because even that takes time. Editing, even putting little words on the video and stuff, it takes time and energy. It's why my work day doesn't start when I get here. My work day starts, like, before I leave my house. So on the days I'm not coming in here, I'm trying to cut down what my work is.
It's all bogus.
It's all of this. Not you guys, but... trying to navigate life after COVID is bogus.
So bogus.
And not everyone has this happen after COVID, but we did. So, all right. Bye. Bye. I almost walked around the table again. This is the bogus part. Bye.